Hi, my name is Lindsay Allen. I'm a group program manager with Microsoft Database Systems Engineering team. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Azure SQL Database. And this is a PaaS database service in Azure. The benefit of it to your business, to your database, is like put your database on autopilot and enable you to focus on your business instead of spending a lot of time on database chores. So SQL goes back first release 1989. In the past 28 years, we have done a lot of innovation. In the past 7 years, we have been working extremely hard, try to make this great product a PaaS service in public cloud in Azure. And the same great SQL Server product, now you can actually run it on-premise in the virtual machines and also as a PaaS service. And all the features we have in SQL Server, not only the data structured data on disk, also in memory, and we support operational workload, data warehouse workload, real-time analytics, both structured and unstructured data. We have everything built in, including business intelligence and artificial intelligence machine learning. So let me share with you at a very high level how the Azure SQL Database PaaS service is architected, how we're running it, and how we achieve the 4 nines SLA, and also at the same time enable very high performance and the throughput of 1.4 million writes per second on a single database in all of the Azure regions worldwide. So as you can see, the basic construct of the service are these we call the service fabric rings. And it's break out to 2 categories. On top, the light blue rings are the control rings, that's the management fabric. And the green ones are lots of these big rings are called tenant rings. That's where the user databases resides. And each of these rings have thousands of nodes on them. For each of these individual databases, we actually create a built-in, always-on local replica groups. So there's 4 nodes with 3 replicas, synchronous, so we can provide high availability locally. For each of your application, when you create a database, and there's on this primary database, create 3 replicas, and each of these databases are also backed up into Azure X Store. As you know, X Store is actually geo-replicated into a geo-pairing region, so provide fault tolerance. You can always restore the backup from a geo region to another DR region of your choice. If you actually want additional protection or for your application scale out, you can actually create geo-active replicas of your database into another Azure region. So this is second replica in another DC data center are active. Basically, you can run your RAID workload against that replica database. This is the basic construct of our service and running DevOps 24 hours a day throughout the world in all Azure regions. So now, this is a database as a service, and in addition to all the basic PaaS service we're providing, hardware backup, patching, and the dynamic scaling of elasticity, we also build in lots of intelligence using all the technology and all that based on the data we have. And so this service we have called Azure SQL Database is an intelligent database service. We will learn and adapt dynamically with your application. So you can actually and easily achieve the performance you need without actually over-provisioning. And you can very efficiently use the resources you paid for. And you can easily manage hundreds or even thousands of your databases from the single pane of glass. So some of these advanced intelligent features are automatic performance tuning and the cost management, and the advanced security features like threat detection, and it will detect anomalies and brute force attacks, and we optimize for in-memory, and also we have intelligent query processing, makes your query performance stable and low cost in terms of resource. Here's a table I like to actually show my customers, comparing what you do today as running database on bare metal or VMs and what PaaS service can do for you in terms of, you can see the list. Most of these categorized by DBA as a database chores, right? And which is time consuming and is actually taking lots of time. So from top down, you can see there's a hardware and data protection for backup and restore will verify all our backups. Disaster recovery implementation are built in, and the security and troubleshooting management and automatic performance tuning, and even correcting some of the syntax. Accidentally you didn't qualify your object with proper schema. So now, let me show you briefly some of these features, how it works. Hi, so let me show you how some of the Azure SQL Database feature and works from the portal. First, I want to show you how to create the new managed instance in SQL Azure. You go to the portal, as you can see here, you click on New, and same workflow as today, and you click on New, then Database. And since it's in preview, and let's go select all and find out where the preview tile is, Azure SQL Managed Instance. And that brings me here, I can actually create a new managed instance. This is a dedicated instance for all your databases. We support up to 100 databases. Let's create a name, code connect, test 1. And then let's give it username for the admin login. Okay, and in the subscription right now, there's only dynamic metering available, and in the future, we will support reservation-based and creation. So you can actually have a commit-based pricing, and for commit to longer term, have better discount. And the same as all Azure resources, you need to pick a resource group, and let's pick an existing resource group, and I call it a demo, and select a data center, and I will go to West Central US, for example. And here is something new called virtual network. So this is a SQL Azure PaaS service, but we enable you to actually create this PaaS service instance inside a VNet. Let's pick existing VNet, have a bunch of VMs in there already. And what this means is you actually just injected a SQL database PaaS service inside the existing virtual network in Azure. And within this VNet, if this VNet does not have public internet access, and there will not have public internet access to this instance either. And you can create manually now or create through automation. So I'm not actually going to create here because we already have one created. Let me show you the performance features. Now let me show you the automatic performance tuning optimization feature we have built in. You can definitely use this as automated feature. Let us do this for you. Or you actually want to see, what kind of performance tuning action we're going to take on your database. So if you go to performance overview blades, you will see the resource utilization on your top 5 queries. And the top 5 queries use about the 68% of the DTU resources. And we actually have recommendations for you, and these can be implemented automatically as well. If I click on it, you can see there's 2 performance tuning recommendation. One is create index on the employee table, city, and state. This we believe will have higher performance impact if you create this index. The second high performance impact tuning you could do is turn on parameterized query. And this is per database, obviously, right? And we can actually have the recommendations on overall elastic pool, and the recommending some of the database goes into a elastic pool to share resources. It's called the SQL Analytics 365 portal, and with OMS integrated. And in the analytics portal, SQL Analytics portal, you can see, and the Azure SQL Analytics will show you these basic windows or blades, right? You normally, as a DBA, use to monitor the health and performance of your databases. And you can have all your database performance and resource utilization in the single pane of glass. So you own, in this case, my demo subscription, I have 2 subscriptions, and 44 elastic pools, and 1,800 databases, close to 2,000 databases, and lots of insight. So even allow you to drill down further, right? Let's take a look at the errors. So if I go in to look at the errors, right? More details, if you go to the right side, you can see there's interesting errors sometimes. There are errors in invalid column name. So apparently some of your application using in their T-SQL have the column name, which doesn't really exist. So you click on, it will drill down further, and you actually can find out which column name is being used and it's not valid. And the most cool part is if you click on the advanced analytics, so there's a further proto log analytics based on the log search, right, in the OMS. It's actually will show you the diagnostic query against our Custo, and here will show you the amount of error counts and what the type of error. The first one are these queries in the blue, looking for a column name database _ ID. Either is not permitted or spelled it wrong. So let me show you the security quickly. On the security side, we have the threat detection turned on automatically. Of course, you can turn off. And the alert actually shows up in your overview pane. Look at here. In this sample database, I have 6 security alerts. 2 of them are critical. If I click on it, it's actually show me what these are. And the 2 worrisome one is potential SQL injection and potential brute force attempt on your database. So since this one's new and it just happened yesterday, let me take a look. And what is this particular wording is about, right? And if you open it up, you will see it's actually tell me and which subscription, which database actually have this potential problem. And it allowed me to view the detailed statement of this risky SQL application query. And we failed this application, and if you expand, you'll see the entire query statement, and someone tried to grab the customer credit card number from your database. And this is integrated with Azure Security Center as well, so you can actually manage all the security, including your database security, along with your VM and subscription service security together from the same place. So now you see Azure SQL Database in action, and now you ask, how can I get there? And is it a lot of work to get there? We try to make that easier for you. We actually have a database migration service. It will actually make it really simple, click through a few steps to help you move your on-premise databases, either from bare metal or VM somewhere, to Azure PaaS service. And that's including moving both of your objects and user data. and the master database objects like logins or job object. And when we do restore your backup, and we can do log replay as well. So offer you this migration with a very minimum downtime. Thank you for watching today.